telling you, this is gonna be great.
As a Russian who talks about Russian propaganda, I know that it comes in many different forms. It can be in the form of regular Russian TV and Russian news. Sometimes it comes from the mouth of a famous Western media personality. Sometimes it comes in the form of a viral meme video.
Wait, who was the...
in the big 2025,
I missed it. I missed it. Who was the famous...
Comes from the mouth of a famous Western...
Oh, that one, Tucker Carlson. The bread sniffer, that's what we call him now. In these parts.
Personality. Sometimes it comes in the form of a viral meme video. And now guys, in the big 2025, I am very happy to announce that we have reached a new level of Russian propaganda. Because now we have Ukraine war propaganda AI slop. I want to leave this planet.
Listen, it's still not... What the hell is happening? First Grok, now this? Is it supposed to be... Who is this supposed to be, Roman? Who the hell is this person supposed to be on the...
I want to leave this planet.
Is this supposed to be Zelensky or something? It looks so not... Who is this supposed to be? Represent?
Ну вот первый день живу без помощи ЕС. Греюсь санкциями, ем старые брошюры НАТО. Каждый вечер молюсь на Урсулу, чтобы выслала поём. Вот мой лухари отель. Букинг 0 звезд. Туалет, тут все по европейским стандартам. Бумаги, конечно, нет. Но есть печатный доклад Байдена.
Done. Restroom according to European standards. I'm sorry, that's... If anything, that's more Russian standard, isn't it? It's like, hasn't it been reported that a lot of Russian households unironically lacks plumbing or something? Is that not a thing? Oh yeah, propaganda is hitting unprotected brains really hard right now, I've noticed.
Европейским стандартам бумаги, конечно, нет. Но есть печатный доклад Байдена. Он мягче, чем кажется. Все, ухожу.
The what? Biden's?
Конечно, нет. Есть печатный...
Biden's printed report.
Доклад Байдена. Он мягче, чем кажется.
It's softer than it...
Все, ухожу в цивилизацию. Я готов.
Biden's vodka. Biden.
Я вернулся.
Опять с поборами пришел. Назад в лес. Да иди ты в жопу.
What was that? What the hell was that? This is an AI stream now, okay? This is no longer a regular stream. This is now a full-blown AI stream. I want to see the next one.
Look at this for my job, guys. I hate this. Yes, guys, what you just witnessed right here is is obviously a video that is not real, okay? I don't know if all of you guys...
No way. It's not real? I thought it was real. I thought it could be real for a moment there. The sad part is that a worrying amount of people in Russia will probably think this is real. Yeah.
Have kept up with, you know, the advancement of AI and so on, and with how AI can now just not only create photorealistic photos, but also...
I mean, I will say that in many bits of this, Zelensky did not look like Zelensky at all.
Photorealistic videos. Guys, this...
Okay, listen.
This is basically the future of humanity, where the worst person that you know that is making the dumbest and most incoherent point of all time now has the creative tools to create slop out of their insane ideas, which can also apparently be turned into pro-war propaganda. Hey there people, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian.
Okay.
Checking out Ukraine
I want to see more. I want to see. I don't need the commentary, okay? It is allowed to speak Russian. What is this? What?
A lot of people can barely tell AI apart from reality.
Okay, come on. All of these, like, you cannot treat any of these seriously because all of these, like, feel like sketches. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's AI or not, to be quite honest with you. Like, this has a parody sketch feel to it. It doesn't feel like anything that you should be treating seriously. Even if it was real people, I would not treat this seriously because, you know, you could hire actors to get the same result. The same weird, bizarre result.
This right here is clearly not a real video, okay?
No way. No way it's not real. It's not like I hear Russian every single day when I'm here, right? It's not like I literally hear Russian every single day.
This thing right here is essentially an AI caricature. AI lady wearing traditional Ukrainian clothing. Also, she has the Ukrainian, like, coat of arms instead of a microphone. Yes, This is Ukraine's advanced technology in 2025, you guys. This is real. And also
Rizzo.
she has a steel pot on her head. Now this one needs a little bit
I have
of
okay.
explanation of Z lore, right? But basically this grandma in the video, the girl asks you if you can speak Russian in Ukraine, and this lady says, yes, of course you can, you dumbass pothead. So pothead, or kastruli golovy, it's like a Russian insult towards Ukrainian people that is pretty popular with the Z community right now. In Ukraine during the protests and the revolution of 2013 and 2014, the government passed a law banning Ukrainians from wearing helmets and hard hats at protests. And in protest to that decision, a lot of Ukrainians started wearing steel pots on their heads. So the word pothead here is not referring to the fact that Ukrainians like to partake, no. It's about wearing steel pots on their head, which is... It's like the main go-to insult against Ukrainians. Right
Oh
now.
my
I guess
God.
it's like funny, but it's actually funnier because people did it out of spite to the government and they actually won in the end, right? And the government was changed. Well,
Oops. Poor Zell Disney, the amount of Ukrainians that hate him is unfathomable. You just don't see them, Lucy, with your Western Jewish eyes. True. I don't. Hello, didn't you say that you would stop being mean to me? What happened to that declaration? What happened to your commitment not to be mean to me anymore? What happened? It was short-lived, I'm afraid. Very short-lived. Wow. Okay, let's continue.
Russians cannot do anything about their government, so I don't get what really the fucking point is here. And yeah, the old lady tells her that she can speak Russian and, you know, basically...
You get arrested.
Now, surely, guys, this is a video that people don't think is real.
Do you know how many people would get arrested if that was even remotely true? Do you have any idea how many people actually speak Russian here?
People understand that this is AI. Okay, let's check out some comments. Top comments. Such a brave grandma. Fire and left an emoji. Good job, old babushka. I bow down to you. You're wonderful. Good job, grandma. The grandma is 100% correct. There's Ukrainians saying that this is AI. Great job, grandma. Glory to Russia. I mean, long story short, guys, yes, people think it's real. There's people in Russia who really think that Ukrainians walk around with pots on their heads 24/7, interviewing people with Ukrainian trident microphones. Look, I'm not surprised whatsoever, actually. For example, there's this YouTube short that I know of that has 60 million views called Double Vladimir Putin in the Army.
Владимир Владимирович, почему 83-й бригаде?
What?
I know of. That has 60 million views called Double Vladimir Putin in the Army.
Владимир Владимирович, почему 83-й бригаде кормят хуже, чем положено?
So you get it, it's a guy making a Putin impression and they put like a deep fake AI face of Putin over the guy's face. And there's like a billion comments here saying that this is real. He doesn't just look the same, he also has a talent. Keep this guy safe, we can make so many historical movies with him. And there's basically like 1,000 comments of like old Russian grandmas who really think that there's a guy somewhere out there in Russia walking around looking like that. So yeah guys, all this AI slop is insanely crazy, and what's more scary is that a lot of people believe these videos to be real and actually cannot tell apart reality from AI. That actually terrifies me, and I believe that as human beings we should do a lot better. And one way in which you can do that is properly filtering your media and news consumption. That is why I partnered with my good old friends from Read Partner for this video.
Oh
Read
my
Partner
God.
lets individual professionals, small teams, and
Sorry,
large
we're gonna skip the ad read.
organizations organize their media
Okay,
monitoring
we're gonna skip the ad
right
read.
back into it. So yes, guys, we are fucking cooked. You see, when I discuss Russian propaganda on this channel, I've talked quite a lot about these viral propaganda videos that Russia would usually make, kind of trying to make fun of the West and Ukraine and so on, and, you know, paint Russia as the greatest.
Yeah.
I've reacted to a couple of these at this point, like, there was one where there's a couple flying from America to Russia on a plane, and then they meet, like, caricatures of trans and gay people, and they have to, like, kneel in front of a black guy, because apparently
What?
that's of trans. A couple flying from America to Russia on a plane, and then they meet like caricatures of trans and gay people, and they have to like kneel in front of a black guy because apparently that's what Americans do. Or there was one about how Europe
Kneel before
kneel
a...
in front of a black guy because apparently that's what Americans do.
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna make that joke, okay? It would be very simple for me to make that joke. You know what joke I want to make? I'm pretty sure that a lot of you know. I'm not gonna make it. I have standards, okay? I have standards. So I'm not gonna go there. But I could. It is well within my power, okay? It is well within my power to go there. Too proud to make the joke, I see. Yes, I'm far too proud. Wait, isn't that just real? It's all real.
too. Or there was one about how Europe is actually freezing because they have like no Russian gas anymore. They also made viral videos like making fun of Russians who left Russia, who moved to Georgia and stuff. There were also terrible army recruitment videos basically saying that if you don't join the Russian army and go to fight in Ukraine, you're actually gay. That's also real. That if you don't join the Russian army and go...
What are men made
There are
of?
also terrible army recruitment videos basically saying that if you don't join the Russian army and go to fight in Ukraine, you're actually gay. That's also a real one. And now essentially, right, we reached a new level where they don't even have to actually hire actors anymore, or pay anybody, or have a set, or have a camera crew. Now you can just make these racist, xenophobic, homophobic propaganda videos by simply typing in a prompt, and there you go, it's viral Z content.
Вы не должны думать. За вас думаем мы.
What the fuck is this? More potheads?
А де ви амуніцію?
Мамкину продал.
No way anybody thinks this is real. There's no way. There's no way. All of it feels so fake that come on. There's no way anybody looks at this and is like, oh yeah, that's just, you know, it's just real.
А де ви взяли гроші на
Where
амуніцію?
you get money for the ammo?
Квартиру мамкину продал.
Почему? Мы перешли на новый уровень. Теперь я только дождевая вода, чистая вода, без Кремля.
What?
Только дождевая.
Амуніцію.
Квартиру мамкину
I love the laugh as well. Please tell us.
Почему уже 2
Why haven't people had their tap water for 2 weeks?
недели? Мы перешли на новый уровень. Теперь я только дождевая вода, чистая вода, без Кремля.
Who are these people? Who are they supposed to represent? These models.
Am I the only one who gets the feeling that AI is actually stealing your soul when you watch it? Like, God,
Yes, you're not the only one.
I hate this. I mean, that one right there, I don't think you need any explanation. It's just
No.
like Russian cope and projection. They're making a point that, you know, the Ukrainian leaders and stuff are not giving the people any choice and that the people just have to, like, live in literally 1984, just only listen to what the government tells them to do. Yes.
My goodness. The Russian propaganda or the AI slop. Yeah, it's all real actually. Russia is the bastion of truth and Christian values. True it is. I'm glad you
Not
understand.
like Russia in the slightest, yes. Russia doesn't tell its people what to think or do, right? They're also making fun of, like, the corruption and so on in Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia has zero corruption, of course, yes. It's just fucking horrible. And the thing is, right, even though I mostly found pro-Russian Z AI slop for this video because I guess it's just easier to find, the bots are working overtime, but actually people are creating this type of content on both sides of the war. Let's check out some Ukrainian AI slop for a change.
Jesus.
Какая Москва уникальная и красивая летом. Лучший город в мире. Я люблю Москву.
I mean, yes, so this right here is once again not a real video.
I don't believe anybody looks at this and thinks this is real. I don't believe so.
I don't know if I even have to explain this, that this is not a real video, but yes, this is not real.
Like this looks like this is just a parody. This is just laughing at Russia.
footage of the
I don't believe that this is supposed to be some real propaganda that's trying to. I don't believe it. Sorry.
square, okay? But like, I mean, it's clearly obvious what kind of commentary is being made here, right? It's supposed to be like a vlog. Like, this is vloggers in Russia, I guess. And this is Moscow, you know. This is what some people think Moscow looks like. You know, a lot of, women in burqas, a lot of trash, sheep walking around. I mean, look.
A lot of women, and I haven't.
In the same way as Russian AI slop is not representative of the Russian people as a whole, I want to believe that this right here is also not a representative of the Ukrainian people as a whole, because, you know, really hard to beat the Nazi allegations, honestly, with this one. They're making a point that, you know, Russia is being overtaken by migrants and, like, Muslims and so on, which kind of partly is a commentary that has the right to exist, I guess. Recently, you know, I made a video about how a lot of people think that Russia has no migrants and so on, even though Russia does have, like, a major migrant population. A lot of Muslims live in Moscow. You know, a lot of Russians actually find it as an issue and a problem. And there's a lot
I mean, it still has a problem, and sitting out work, right? It still is in crisis when it comes to, for example, construction work. So it kind of has a demographic crisis, and it sort of kind of has a problem with getting people to come to Russia because, well, there's a lot of factors, but currently there's a lot of people that do not want to go to Russia, okay? So that's a real problem. That is why people might say that there's no immigration, but yeah.
a lot of growing sort of resentment and xenophobia in Russia right now. But still, you know what I mean? Like, We don't need to be Islamophobic while we're trying to make fun of Russia, you know what I'm saying?
Москва, Даша, самое безопасное место в мире. Здесь все любят друг друга и относятся
Ugh. I mean, that is unfortunate. The Islamic hatred is real
терпимостью
and very
и
international.
уважением.
В Москве много культур. Не бойтесь, это чья-то свадьба, это местные традиции.
Yes, this is like referencing how in a lot of, for example, northern Caucasian regions of Russia, like Dagestan, for example, they're famous for their very loud wedding celebrations. And actually, in those regions of Russia, the rule of law is slightly different, and there's a lot of guns going around and stuff. So people actually like actively shooting weapons, shooting AK-47s in the sky and so on during their wedding, just driving from a car and shooting an AK-47 because they just have guns there, and the laws of Russia don't really work.
My
there.
goodness.
That's what they're referencing here, and they're referencing, I guess, that Russia is heading a way that this is going to happen in Moscow as well. There's a little
Russia is just a state of mind, isn't it?
bit of a point there somewhere, maybe, but like, I fucking hate this, nevertheless. I absolutely despise it.
Прекрасные люди, и как здесь чисто. Красная Москва, я так рад быть здесь. Посмотрите, какая...
So they made a... I don't know if I should say this, that's gonna be very... I don't even believe it, but... Yes, haha, they made Russia look like the average European capital in 2025. Yes, definitely, guys. Yes, this is, of course, definitely what Europe looks like.
Красивая Москва, просто невероятно. Посмотрите на эти улицы, эти исторические здания.
Москва просто невероятна. Столько истории, столько красоты. Посмотрите на эти улицы, это потрясающе.
Okay, This is the problem with AI, it doesn't know when to fucking stop. We get it. It's trash and like scary people and...
Oh my goodness. AI. See, this is becoming an AI stream. But I just don't believe that people watch any of this and are like, yeah, this is real. This is totally real. And I come on, Lucy, like everybody knows the real problem in Russia is the gay people, the gays are the ones who are secretly destroying the great and beautiful Russia from all the transes as well. Don't forget about the transes. Don't steal valor away from me, please. Okay? Please and thank you. Like, my valor has been stolen enough, I think. Don't you think?
burkas walking around because you think they're scary. You made your point. We don't need like 20 different cuts of the same shit, but they're gonna generate it because once again, this is the future, guys. 2025, we thought that the internet and communication and technology is gonna bring humanity together, but instead it gave us tools to only further divide each other and to only further create like hateful slop against each other. Yes, this shit, Tyler Oliveira's fucking thumbnails, this is the future now, you guys. This is the future where the worst person that you know that has the worst point ever can now illustrate that dumbass point in video form.
Okay, let's watch.
Alright, let's
more.
get back to some Z-slop for a change.
Я за мінералкою їду.
Годен. Запихайте в бусика.
Я не хочу з вами. Наш клієнт.
Yes, so... I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. What the fuck is Koshikoi Gved, bruh? And it says right here, the only thing that's effective in the country is just TCK, and it's against the people. This is also like another major Z point right now. You know how Ukrainians like to say that Russians are slaves and stuff, and you know, they're slaves to Putin? Well, Russians actually have a comeback. They actually like to say, oh yeah, you say we're slaves, and we can't do anything, but you
What about conscription?
guys are literally getting conscripted and like taken off of the street and sent to the war, and you can't do anything about it, and you cannot even leave the country and stuff. And it's like, yeah, maybe once again, you have a point there. If I was a Ukrainian male, I don't know how I would react. I honestly really doubt that I would want to go to war, and I probably would try to avoid military service. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. And mandatory conscription and mobilization, it's all not great, but I think it's just the most cynical thing. Coming from Z Russians, the people who support the invasion of Ukraine, you do understand that the only reason why
How dare you conscript people to defend themselves against us?
Ukrainians are like being forcefully mobilized and stuff to defend the country is because Russia invaded. If Russia did not invade, Ukraine wouldn't be doing this. I mean, people are just fucking, they just have no empathy anymore. They will just continue to cope and create hateful shit. And once again, AI gives the perfect opportunity to these people to execute their greatest wishes. Are you a Z Russian that is coping with the fact that you do not matter in your own
Okay, let's see. What the hell is what is this depiction of Ukrainian people as fat? I just don't get it. What the hell is happening there? Where did that come from? I've missed that. Like, why this? Just why this? This is very confusing to me. This is bizarre. Very, very sad. Very sad. Wait, is Lucy AI? Yes. I am an AI. That's why I never get tired and I never... That's why you should donate. Okay, let's watch some more.
За 2000 гривень на місяць.
Скажіть, як ви відловлюєте
How do you catch people who walk around without a pot?
тих,
Asking for documents.
А потім кладемо
And then we mobilize the eligible ones on the spot.
прямо на місці.
що таке незламність?
It's incredible that they're trying to make these points about like grandmas living on terrible small pensions, which is happening in Russia also. They're talking about like, you know, greedy, corrupt, you know, military officials that don't care about the people. Once again, shit that also is happening in Russia. Like, this is precisely like the very essence of Russia.
Anything that I feel like we're underestimating the scale, okay? We're underestimating the differences between how Russia operates and Ukraine operates, okay? I mean, yeah, like everybody knows that in Russia, that Ukrainians are weak and cowardly and Russians are brave and powerful, of course. Of course. Is the sun rising? Yes, it is. Why? Has it become brighter on the cam? Yes, it is rising. Oh yeah, it shines on me. Yes. No, it's AI generated. It's all AI.
Russian propaganda and Z-copium.
Listen,
But Ukraine is pretty much
it's almost 6 a.m. Okay, it's almost 6 a.m. So I feel like I'm justified.
reflection of Russia in a lot of ways, because we still come from like that same Soviet fucking system. And these things that they're calling out Ukraine for are very, very relevant in Russia. These are problems that exist on the same, if not worse level in a lot of cases. But these people are not going to be making AI slop about how in Russia people are poor or whatever. No, of course not. That would be Russophobic, I guess, because
People in Russia are not poor. Okay, stop spreading lies.
criticizing your country and having a fucking brain is Russophobic now. Now you gotta suck the president's to be a fucking patriot. That's how it works. I don't know what just got into me, guys. That was a like, how can you as a Russian seriously be calling out Ukraine for having low salaries and low pensions? Like,
I mean, clearly you can.
are you, what the fuck? Where the fuck do you live, bruh? I mean, this is just rage bait. It's just rage bait. And I got successfully rage baited.
Okay, let's continue. Her son or husband.
державною.
This is so fucking ass, bro. Again, like, real video, you know, Ukrainian outfit, pot on the heads. This lady says...
I'm still not logged into Twitch, and nobody's watching me on Twitch. Unless you mean YouTube. Like, nobody's watching on Twitch. Literally. Nobody's on Twitch. Nobody's watching me on Twitch. I can rate them on YouTube. Yeah, but I'm not logged in. I have to sign up somehow. Maybe after stream. I keep forgetting to do it. It signed me out one time and I sort of keep forgetting to sign back in. You know? Crappy situation. The hell was that? Why can't I scroll the chat fully down? YouTube is censoring me. I cannot check what people are saying in the chat. YouTube's censoring my speech. Okay, let's continue.
Yes, she asked if there's any, like, choice in Ukraine, you know, referring to the fact that, like, Ukraine doesn't have elections, right? Because they're in a state of a war, which is, once again, really ironic coming from Russians, as if Russia fucking has elections that matter. Then the lady responds saying, yes, I have a...
I mean, the difference is that it would be basically impossible to organize fair elections, like, at a time like this when there's so many displaced people, so many people abroad. Russia would just bomb places where people would gather to vote, among many, many other problems. And Russia simply does not have free elections in peacetime. So that's the difference that I would sort of point out.
Choice whether I need to save my son or my husband from the military draft. And then she responds with, why are you not speaking the country's language? Essentially, once again, making fun of Ukrainians who are like choosing to speak Ukrainian instead of Russian. And, you know, if you choose to speak Ukrainian, you're a pothead, basically. And these are real people, by the way. Like, just look at these comments, guys. These are real people. I want to die. I don't want to keep living in this fucking world anymore. Like... This is so fucking dystopian, it's actually insane.
Any other AI? No. That's it. I don't have to listen to commentary anymore. This is all very self-explanatory stuff. It's stupid. What else? How dare you not support the government's point of view? What are mentally ill or what are you mentally ill or something? You're like, yeah, all sane people know that the government is telling people what to think, of course. So we've done the AI thing. We've got 2 AI segments. Beautiful. 2 beautiful, juicy AI segments. Are you happy that I did this?